Well, happy April Fool's Day. It's April 1st, 2012. And I had a great experience yesterday. It reaffirmed what I had been thinking about. I was watching. Uh, the thought came to me listening to John David Ebert talk about Spengler. It's just really fruitful for me because I look at these people that have a well developed perspective, like Spengler or David Ebert, and they've gone out, they've sought, and they've come to these connotations and perspectives for themselves, and so that's really fruitful. But yesterday, the what happened was we I had been invited to a wake, a celebration of life of a friend, and I met a mutual friend there who's been going on this journey of her own, and and the topic of addiction came up. I want to be careful how I say this, but what became very clear to me in an instant, and this taps into some of the ideas that I was coming to awareness through these other video clips that I was watching by John David Ebert. It became very clear to me in the moment that she was trapped in her own definitions. And yet, at the same time, those definitions give her power to do what she does. And it can be very effective, and it's in no way negative. I don't think it's necessarily negative. But I brought this up. I mentioned to her how I used myself as an example, and because I think it's very important that when I bring ideas up that I see operating in other people, I take my own personal experience and put myself on the chopping block and dissect myself. And in this way, it's like an offering. It's a type of spiritual offering in which I'm not pointing the finger at them so much as in relating with them, I have these realizations that are within me, and in a way they get a type of experience that is, wow, I caused this to happen. But ultimately, that's exactly what I want to happen. I want them to have that sensation of, I caused this. And what that does, see, that's only a secret agent, a secret informing agent, you know. What I really want is them to experience the I cause, so that in relationship to what I'm saying, because you can't separate the two, because we're having an experience in the moment, in relationship to what I bring to the offering, they say I cause it. So anyway, I basically said, I realized that the definitions change and that there are many different definitions. And I saw the light go on with her. And, she's not one to back down. I really feel that some people are biologically oriented or born into, it's just a perspective at this time that they're just sort of born with this presence of being that says, I'm the one that's supposed to have the answers, not you. And ultimately, yeah, we all have our own answers and our own definitions and everything, but I have to be very careful with these types of people because when they get a realization from me, it's very definite, it's separate, and unique. And they realize that they were not the cause, that I was the actual cause, and when they feel that they're the ones that need to have the purpose and the answer and everything, I have to tread very lightly on that. I have to show respect that that's the role they're playing. But I came to understand that the definitions I put on things actually limited me. And what this individual had said was basically she defined herself as addicted. And because of my personal experience, I got clean and sober at 21, and well, first when I was 20, I entered the program when I was 20, but and I was sober for 5 years, and I dedicated myself to the program, and one of the things that they taught me in those rooms, the rooms of AA, was that I have to take personal responsibility, and that I can manipulate. I have the power to manipulate. And I've come to understand that some people are so good at manipulating that even in their admitting that they're broken and they're not to be trusted, through admitting that, they think that they can then play tricks on people. And they'll even believe their own manipulations to the point of where their own definitions, to the point of where they live their life out, just continuing to manipulate people, but under the disguise that they're not, that they're actually being totally honest. So all of this was going on, and I mentioned that I had recently come to an understanding that there's two types of art. There's true art, which shows the divine, superfluous beauty of life. And it's spontaneous and abundant. And then there's art as therapy, art therapy. And she immediately recognized exactly. She was following me just really quick, and this quickness, this lightning fast recognition, is meant to destabilize another person. When it comes to depth realization, it takes time, and it flows through us, and it is meant to change us, and that transformation occurs in and through time. And the reason why it takes time is that it affirms life. Life is where time resides. Time does not reside outside of life. And so when it happens really fast, I immediately go, wait a second here. I'm glad you get what I'm trying to say, but you're trying to act on it before you've even transformed, understood the full weight, depth, and meaning. And this has to do with definitions. Our definitions change.